are subjective, but in the motion that I saw there, the front foot was kind of leaning toward home plate before he kicked it back out toward first base. Here comes Rick Forney. He's going to have a bit of a difficult time with Tim McCaffrey on that one. But it's a balk ball charged to Fabian Williamson. And Nick Jackson still with a count of 1-1 on him. And Rick just wants further confirmation as he engages the first base umpire in behind the mound, between the mound and second base on the grass. And now a little bit of distance pushed between the two of them as McCaffrey backs up. And that will be that. And Rick will make his way back toward the team's third base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now Jackson will come back in to the left side batter's box. I think they made the right call. Again, balk calls are subjective, but you cannot motion toward home and then go over to third or over to first base. 1-1. Half a swing. Did he go? The appeal, yes, says Steve Linton at third base, and it's 1-2 to Jackson on a breaking ball that he couldn't hold up on.
Strike 2.
So runner at second base, 1 away, and a 1-2 count on Nick Jackson. Now the wind is picked up again from left to right. 1-2, breaking ball swung on and fouled back on top of the roof here at Shaw Park. I don't know. I do not like this cloud that's kind of rolling in all of a sudden over us to our left. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jackson. Fabian Williamson, 2-4 on the year. Checks Penprase the pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled back. And we do it again. Jackson, a couple of homers, 26 driven in. He does lead the RedHawks, as you might expect, in runs batted in. What a find he has been for Doug Simonuk after the retirement of Joe Mathis. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, ripped to the gap in right center. That's going to get down, and it's going to go to the warning track. Over to pick it up is Roberson. He'll fire it back in, but it's cut off. And in to score easily from second is Zach Penprase. It's an RBI double for Nick Jackson on that hanging breaking ball, and he drives in his 27th, and Fargo has opened up the scoring. It's 1-0 RedHawks. So the walk, the balk, and an RBI double, and here's Ryan Delgado, the DH. And he'll stand in from the right-hand side, batting .255. First pitch. Fastball is on the outside edge for a strike. Delgado, 5 homers and 19 driven in. Fargo's got it staggered pretty good. Left-handed bat, right-handed bat, left-handed bat, right-handed bat. The 0-1 swung on, lifted out toward right field. Pretty well hit. Barbero going in toward the gap, reaches up, makes the catch for the second out. Put an easy tag for Nick Jackson from second to third on that deep fly ball off the bat of Delgado. 2 away, and Sergio Pedroza the batter. And Pedroza playing right field, batting .286. And he'll stand in from the left-hand side. 1 run, 1 hit, top of the first. Fargo opens the scoring. Lefty, first pitch is a breaking ball that's high and wide. Ball 1 to Pedroza. 1 ball, no strikes. Pedroza, a couple of homers, 11 driven in. The 1-0 is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Pedroza from Yorba Linda, California. The pitch is low, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Wind is picked up here, and now time called. As Pedroza, I think, got something in his eye when that wind picked up. It's all of a sudden really picked up from left to right. And that's sort of where these ominous clouds are kind of blowing in from. 3 balls, no strikes. Williamson comes set. Runner at third base. The pitch is high. Ball 4. So second walk issued by Williamson. And it brings Carlo Cota to the plate. And it puts runners on the corners here. For Carlo Cota, he has 999 career professional hits. Next one will be his 1,000th, and that is quite a milestone. And you would think he'll probably get it at some point in Winnipeg, maybe even right here. He has struggled this year, batting .207, but he has always hit Winnipeg well, has Carlo Cota. Right-handed swinging second baseman. A little bit of lightning in the distance. First pitch is right down the middle for a strike. Cota home run and 12 driven in. Remember a couple of years ago, he broke up the no-hit bid for Ace Walker. The pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. On the last home game of the year in 2010, Ace Walker threw a complete game. 1-hit shutout, and guess who broke it up? Carlo Cota. 0-2 to Cota. The pitch swung on and missed, and the inning comes to an end. And that is the first strikeout here for Williamson. Ball was dropped. Luis Alen will pick it up and throw to first base to complete the putout. And that is it for Fargo. And that first strikeout brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro reminds you to be safe around electricity. Folks, 1 strike and you're out. For the RedHawks, a run on a hit, 2 walks, and they leave 2. They get 1. The Goldeyes are coming to bat on TSN 1290.
Ah, Jamaica, man. Nothing quite like it. Imagine long, lazy blue sky days, strolling along warm white sand beaches. All that zesty food, soul-stirring music, and fun-filled nights. It could all be yours just for being a Goldeyes fan. Air Canada Vacations will give away a Jamaica Dream Vacation at a Sandals Luxury Included Resort at the Goldeyes game Wednesday, June 27th. So get your game ticket and you could be off to fun in the sun in Jamaica, courtesy of Air Canada Vacations.
Commissionaires, Manitoba's premier security solutions provider, will take care of your home security needs the next time you go away on vacation. Commissionaires' team of bonded professionals will check on your home and help satisfy your insurance requirements. They do interior and exterior patrols and make your home look lived in. Visit their website at commissionaires.mb.ca for more information about their House Watch service. Commissionaires, trusted every day, everywhere.
Nice and fresh.
Just the way I like it.
This is really good.
That hits the spot.
The spot to hear all that contentment? Our very own fishbowl. The reason? Robins. Smart coffee lovers count on the famous, always fresh taste of Robins coffee to add extra zest to every Goldeyes game. Team it with a Robins fresh baked treat, and you've got, well, a flavored doubleheader. Robins. Fast, fresh, and friendly.
Tyler Herron will get the start here tonight for Fargo, and his first pitch to Bryce Kendall to start the bottom of the first is inside for ball 1. Fargo leads at 1-0 on a hit. 1 run, 1 hit, walk, and then an RBI double by Nick Jackson, and the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Bottom of 1, Kendall, Chris Roberson, John Weber, then Gabby Martinez, Luis Alen, Josh Mazzola. The 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Dan Barbero, David Narodowski, and Ridge Carpenter. That's the Goldeyes lineup here tonight. Carpenter, the DH, the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on, line to center field for a base hit. And Bryce Kendall has a leadoff single here. Price, in case you didn't know, struggled on the road trip, but he is banged up. He was 2 for 30 in the Sioux, in Sioux City and Sioux Falls. And here's Chris Roberson. Defensively for Fargo tonight, Todd Jennings, the other half of the battery. Marcos Rodriguez at first, Carlo Cota at second. Here's Roberson from the left side. First pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike one. He had a good hack on that Tyler Herron pitch. Zach Penprase at short, Ryan Stovall at third. Aaron Eggleston, Nick Jackson, and Sergio Pedroza left to right in the field. From the stretch, the pitch. Half a swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Says home plate umpire Michael Leary. Roberson could not hold up on that high fastball, and it's 0-2. Kendall is 8 for 8 on the base paths over there at first, being held on by Rodriguez. 0-2 to Roberson. The pitch swung on. That is cracked to straightaway center field. Back goes Nick Jackson, and he will turn and face us about 3/4 of the way back and make the catch for the first out. Well, that sounded a little bit better off the bat than it actually traveled, and I think maybe wind might have knocked it down a little bit, or maybe he didn't get all of it, but it sounded good. And Roberson is out number one, and here's John Weber. Weber was 1 for 5 yesterday with an RBI in the Goldeyes 4-1 win. He was 9 for 30 on the road trip. And he leads the team in doubles with 11. First pitch, low and inside, ball one. Nine for 30 is a 300 average. John batting .339 on the season. 1-0 Fargo, 1 on, 1 out for Winnipeg in the bottom of 1. And Herron comes set, the 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Rich Hawkins versus Alex Caldera tomorrow. And our sunshine has gone away, and the wind has picked up, and some clouds rolling over top of us. 2-0 is low and inside, 3 balls and no strikes to Weber. 3-0. Weber a homer, and that came here during the team's last homestand, which was only 3 games against Lincoln. And he's driven in 21. 3-0. Swung on as he had the green light on the 3-0 and fouled it away. And the count 3-1. Weber was 5 for 14 in that series against the Sioux Falls Pheasants. Had .357 against them. 3-1. Run on the move. Pitch is swung on and lined out toward the gap in left center. On the run goes Jackson. He'll turn around and make the catch. And Kendall is going to be doubled off rather easily as he's all the way around third base. As he is doubled off, he did not see where the baseball was going. He thought that Weber had sliced it to the gap and that Jackson was not going to get there. So Jackson makes the catch, and then they double off Kendall at first base. It goes 8, 6, and 3, and the Goldeyes are done in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the second. 1-0 Fargo on TSN 1290.
Growing debt is like being in a dark tunnel. You don't know which way to turn. You keep getting tripped up by bills and sudden expenses that you didn't see coming, and you feel like you aren't making any progress. But there's someone who can give you advice on debt counseling and credit proposals. Someone who can guide you to a light at the end of the tunnel. Elsie Taylor, trustee in bankruptcy. Your way forward. Visit us at lctaylor.net.
Your best friend may be furry, but they're part of your family. So when it comes to your pet's health, they deserve to be treated like family at Animal Hospital of Manitoba. Their experienced professionals provide the very latest in veterinary care for cats, dogs, ferrets, rabbits, just about any pet you can imagine. And they take pride in educating clients and following up to make sure your best friend is doing just fine. Animal Hospital of Manitoba, 995 Main Street. We care for your pets as if they were our own.
Welcome to Rogers Tech Talk. Sarah's on the line.
I want a cool new phone, but I have a fear of commitment.
Well, now with Rogers FlexTab, you can get your dream phone, like an HTC One X, on your terms with a low upfront payment.
That's great.
And you could be free of your FlexTab agreement at any time just by paying the remaining balance for the phone.
So I could pay it off in a couple of months.
Sure.
Or next year.
No need to commit. Introducing FlexTab from Rogers. Conditions apply.
Yours today at your local Rogers store, the official wireless provider to the Winnipeg Goldeyes.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball Live on TSN 1290. Brought to you in part by Avalon and the Gulf Dome.
First pitch is a strike to Marcos Rodriguez to start the second. 1-0 Fargo in front here. Glad to have you along tonight. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez went chasing that breaking ball from Williamson. And it's 0-2. It's Rodriguez, Stovall, and Jennings due up. Each team with a hit, but Fargo has the one run. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, ground ball right side, rolled right up to Kendall, up with it, over to first, and there's one away. And Ryan Stovall, the batter. Well, folks, drop into Home Run Sports at De La Seigneurie Boulevard in Bishop Grandin. Enter to win in the Home Run Sports home run inning. Here's how it works. If a Goldeye player, it's a home run in any inning. And now, is this the rain coming down? I think we're starting to get the rain to come down, and folks will head for higher ground, and that is really unfortunate here tonight to start the homestand. First pitch to Stovall is swung on and missed for strike one. Yeah, drop into Home Run Sports at De La Seigneurie Boulevard, Bishop Grandin. Enter to win in the Home Run Sports home run inning. Here's how it works. The Goldeye player, it's a home run in any inning, and we pick your name that day, you'll receive an Easton prize package. The 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike, courtesy of Easton Sports. Now, you have to hear your name on this program in order to know that you're a winner. The 1-1. Inside, and it got bounced by the glove of Luis Alen and back toward the screen. And if you do hear your name, it's up to you. Incumbent on you, the individual, to contact Home Run Sports within 30 days. The pitch swung on, chopper out toward third, and it's picked up by Mazzola. They're going to say it's a foul ball. And you can do that in person by dropping into Home Run Sports at De La Seigneurie Boulevard and Bishop Grandin, or by calling 255-7687. Well, there was 2 home runs hit yesterday for the Goldeyes. Luis Alen connected for his second, and Chris Roberson for his fourth. And it made winners of Karen Wynn. And Josie LaRue. Karen Wynn and Josie LaRue are our winners tonight of the Home Run Sports home run inning. So Karen and Josie have got 30 days. The 2-2 swung on, foul back to the screen. And we do it again to Stovall. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 30 days to contact Home Run Sports to claim your prize. It's the Home Run Sports home run inning. And now the rain is really starting to come down. 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the home run inning brought to you by Home Run Sports. We've got you covered from prospect to pro. Bishop Grandin, 1 block west of Lash. Home Run Sports, get ready for your game. 3-2, swung on and fouled back into the seats. Yeah, she is right now. I can call this a downpour. It is pouring in downtown Winnipeg. And play continues here because once they stop the game, they're going to have to tarp the field. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. 3-2. Now, there looks like there's some brighter sky in behind this shower right now, so let's hope. 1-0 Fargo, 1 away. Good at bat so far here for Stovall. A full count to him. Fabian's walked 2 already. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away. And back onto Pioneer Avenue. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stovall batting .253. A homer and 13 driven in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lots of folks have made their way underneath the overhang onto the concourse, and a lot of umbrellas have popped up. 3-2. Fastball missed outside, and they're going to check on half a swing. And no, says McCaffrey. It's a walk, a 1-out variety. So this inning's shaping up just like inning number 1 did. You get a 4-3 putout, then you walk the next guy. And here is Todd Jennings. And I know the Goldeyes wanted that call. I could tell by the body language of Williamson. And Todd Jennings, the catcher, stands in from the right side. And the first throw goes over to first base. And walking back in is Stovall safely. No tag from Martinez. Stovall, 7 of 9 on the base paths. Been caught twice, stolen 7. First pitch is outside, ball 1 to Jennings. Jennings batting .279, a couple of homers, 17 driven in. Right-handed stick in his second year with Fargo. The 1-0. Swung on, foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, whatever we got was a quick little shower there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And I don't think it's raining any longer. Like I said, there's some brighter sky in behind this big cloud that kind of rolled slowly over top of us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on the move, pitch is high, and now putting on the brakes and going back to first is Stovall, as he had a real good lead and a bluff there. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jennings. 3 walks issued by Williamson tonight already. We're in the second. Kind of poking along here. The 2-1. Swung on, popped up. Foul territory, getting toward the seats and in them about 5 rows deep. Down the right field line, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And some folks will start to drift back off the concourse and down into their seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Todd Jennings. A slightly open stance from the right side. Waggling the bat. Williamson looking in to get the sign, and now time called. And it's granted. Jennings from Newcastle, California. Was in the Can-Am League with Rockland last year. The pitch swung on and missed, and he's down on strikes. Went chasing a fastball outside the zone. And there's 2 away in the second strikeout here for Williamson tonight. Back to the top of the order in Aaron Eggleston.
Next up, the left fielder, number 91, Aaron Eggleston.
And Eggleston will step in from the left side. He bounced out to second base his first trip. While I certainly hope that is all the rain we received tonight. First pitch is a little bit high, ball 1. Eggleston batting .285, a couple of homers this year and 10 driven in. In that leadoff role here for Doug Simonek, 1-0 is a breaking ball that's down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. And Williamson will come set. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, lifted out toward left field. Going back, Narodowski. In comes Weber. Narodowski will get in front of the left fielder and make the catch. And that is that for Fargo in the second. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. We'll play some trivia when we come back. Fargo leads it 1-0 on TSN 1290.
What should we bring to the lake for dinner tonight?
Something easy that we can throw in the cooler.
Turkey?
Granny's Poultry introduces their new seasoned turkey breast roast.
Sounds good.
Really good.
Pick up a frozen Granny's seasoned turkey breast roast from your local grocery store. Throw it in the cooler, and by the time you get to the lake, it's barbecue ready. For simple and simply delicious recipes, visit Manitoba Turkey Producers at turkey.mb.ca.
Remember life on the other side? At the mercy of mosquitoes and Mother Nature? Good thing you called Best Windows and Doors and discovered just how awesome summer is in a Sunspace sunroom. Sunspace offers solid 2-inch wall construction and great options. Plus, they're simple to use and easy to clean. No bugs, no bad weather, just sweet summer living. Discover Sunspace sunrooms today from Best Windows and Doors, where the best is all we do. 1676 St. James.
That baseball glove. You know the one. The one that you got in high school. The one that got you MVP your senior year. Yeah, you know the one. And we do too. At Ranger Insurance, we protect what's important to you. Because whatever size it is, it's the little things that matter. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, Ranger Insurance has a plan that's right for you. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second. My name is Paul Edmonds. Rob Innes is our producer-operator back in the studio. Dana Robbie helping us out on site. 1-0 Fargo. Here's Gabby Martinez. First pitch is in there for a strike. Martinez followed by Luis Alen and Josh Mazzola. Gabby in his first game with the Goldeyes. Left-handed batter. The 0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Tyler Herron has pumped 2 fastballs by Gabby here, and he's watched both at the knees for strikes. 0-2. And the pitch. Inside, 1-2. Martinez is here to replace Geronimo DeCaster. He is from Puerto Rico. Was playing in Mexico this year. The 1-2. Breaking ball is high. 2-2. Was with the Kansas City T-Bones in 2010. Had a great career. The 2-2 is in there for a called third strike. And Martinez thought that was outside. It looked like a pretty good pitch to me. And Tyler Herron records his first strikeout of the night. Well, I don't think that Gabby swung the bat there. And here's Luis Alen. And Alen will stand in from the right-hand side. Louis on a 4-game hitting streak, and he has hits in 13 of his last 14. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Well, I think we're going to get the sun back here again. After that hard shower for about 3 minutes. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled to the plate. It's 0-2. Let's play some trivia here in the bottom of the second inning. And as always, the trivia contest question brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel, specializing in spacious executive suites. Contest open to those that haven't won in the last 30 days. 0-2. Breaking ball is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And up for grabs, a pair of Goldeye tickets to a future home game. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, pounded foul, right back down to the box. Still 1-2 to Luis Alen. A .296 hitter this year. A couple of homers. He hit a homer yesterday afternoon in Sioux Falls. Both his home runs have come on the road, and he's driven in 15. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, bounced up toward third. Up with it, Stovall. A throw across, and there's 2 away. So contest open to those that haven't won in the last 30 days. Up for grabs, a pair of Goldeye tickets to a future home game, and you'll also be eligible to win the grand prize of a weekend stay at the Place Louis at the end of the season. Number to call, 780-129-0780-1290. Area code 204 if you need to dial it. We let anybody play. And it should be fairly easy tonight. Here's Mazzola riding a 6-gamer into this one. First pitch is in there for a strike. He has hit safely in 6 straight. He was 10 for 28 on the road trip, the 0-1. Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hitting .250 on the year. 1-1. He is outside with a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Question tonight is this. Yesterday, Sherundle DeCaster played his last game for the Goldeyes. He left today for a job in Mexico. I want to know who was the last Goldeyes position player of significance. The 2-1. Swung on, fouled back. Right off the handle, and Mazzola puts it into the backstop, and it's 2-2. Who was the last Goldeyes position player of significance to leave the club mid-season for a job outside of affiliated baseball? 2-2. Swung on, ground ball right side. Should end the inning, rolled up Dakota, up with it, over to first, and the Goldeyes are done in the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left. On to the third. 1-0 Fargo on TSN 1290.
Hello, Ken Plain here. If you're looking for a foundation contractor that you can trust, go with Avalon. But don't just take my word for it. For over 40 years, people in Winnipeg and surrounding areas have gone with Avalon for their foundation issues. So you know that you are dealing with professionals. To learn more, log on to avalonwinnipeg.ca. Go with the name you trust. Go with Avalon Construction.
If your business, big or small, has excess waste and recycling piling up, let BFI Canada make your trash our business. Our customized pickup schedules make it easy. With commercial and industrial collection services, BFI Canada can help any business get organized. Want to make your business feel like new? Then call up the Blue. Visit BFICanada.com to schedule your pickup date today. BFI Canada, a cleaner community, a greener environment.
In the world of PowerSmart, small changes add up. Did you know cooking with small kitchen appliances like a toaster oven or an electric frying pan uses less energy than your oven or stove? Even boiling water with an electric kettle will save energy. And next time you're shopping for a new appliance, look for Energy Star appliances, as they can use 30 to 50% less energy. For more energy-saving solutions from Manitoba Hydro, log on to manitobapowersmart.ca.
Just a reminder that with the NHL Draft live on TSN 1290 tomorrow night, the Goldeyes game will be broadcast on Fab 94.3.
Bang, bang!
Dear God, Paul Edmonds in stereo.
Only run in this game. Will lead it off against Fabian Williamson, and guess what? The sun's out again. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Good fastball there. Sun is out, and there is some blue sky. 1-0 Fargo leads it. We are through 2. Penprase, Jackson, and Delgado the pitch. Fastball is inside. And it's 1-1 to Penprase, who walked, was balked to second, and scored on an RBI double by Jackson, who waits on the on-deck circle. 1-1. Breaking ball, showing bunt, pulling back, taking low as Penprase, 2-1. You know, I've always said this, do not walk this guy, make him swing the bat. Because, as you can see, he's a .243 hitter. The pitch, swung on, fouled back, and it's 2-2. Zach Penprase, a .243 hitter. And if you're going to walk him, well, he's going to be a threat to steals. He leads the league in stolen bases. Make him swing the bat to get himself on. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and down on strikes he goes. And Penprase is strikeout victim number 3 tonight for Williamson, and there's 1 away. And here's Nick Jackson. By the way, we've got a winner on trivia, 3rd caller tonight. Winner and the answer coming up in the 7th. I told you it was Softball Thursday. Here's Jackson, lefty-lefty. First pitch is inside, ball 1. And while we have an opportunity here in this 3rd, we'll have a look at a very light night on the out-of-town scoreboard. both in the American Association and the majors. 1-0. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Jackson went chasing. And the count 1-1. Nick Jackson drove in his 27th of the year by driving in that run in the first, and it's 1-0 Fargo here in the third. 1-1. Swung on, sharply hit right side, gets by a diving Kendall into right field, and Jackson has 2 hits here tonight. And a 1-out single for Nick. And the batter is Ryan Delgado. He flew out to right field. His first trip, so making his second here. A couple of finals from matinees today in the majors. And interleague play continues. Detroit got by St. Louis 2-1 in 10. From the stretch, runner on the move, pitches in there for, I guess, not a strike, and a throw down to second, not in time. A one-hopper down to second base, a tag applied by Kendall in the back of Jackson, but he got his hand in before the tag, and it's a stolen base, the 7th of the year for Jackson. And the pitch missed, I guess, low, and it's ball 1 to Ryan Delgado. So, 1 out, you know Jackson's going to be moving. You want to get the runner into scoring position. The 1-0. Breaking ball is high, 2-0. Joaquin Benoit goes to 1-1 with the win for the Tigers today. Victor Marte drops to 0-1. He took the loss for the Cardinals. 2-1 Detroit over St. Louis in 10 today. 2-0. Fastball is low and outside, 3-0. Oakland today got by the Los Angeles Dodgers. A's 4, Dodgers 1, a final. The 3-0 is outside, ball 4, and Williamson has walked 4 here tonight. Put 2 on for Sergio Pedroza. And here comes Bill Pulsifer. And the pitching coach is going to march out and have a little chat with his battery here. For Williamson, the 4 walks tonight in 3 innings, a little high. In fact, that's the most he's walked in any start this year. Previous to that, he had walked 3 in each of his last 3 starts. But he had walked 3 in 6 innings, 3 in 6 2/3 innings, and 3 in 7 innings. Here he's walked 4 in 2 1/3 innings. And the batter, Pedroza, he was walked back in the first. So 1 out and 2 on. 1-0 Fargo. The pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike. In the 5th inning, Washington leads Tampa Bay 2-1. That is in D.C. tonight. The 0-1. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Pittsburgh ahead of Minnesota 4-1. That's in the 6th in Pennsylvania tonight. And in the bottom of 4, Miami leading Boston in Massachusetts 3-2. Red Sox have won 4 in a row. 0-2. Breaking ball just missed outside. By the way, that loss for the Dodgers in Oakland today, their 3rd in a row. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pedroza. And the pitch. Breaking ball down and away, 2-2. And the only other game going on in the majors is a National League game. And Philadelphia is leading Colorado in the city of brotherly love. 1-0 in the 6th on a Jimmy Rollins home run, his 5th of the year. 2-2 to Pedroza. Hitting .286. Couple of homers. And 11 driven in. Williamson comes set. The pitch. Swung on. That's guided down the left field line. That is going to be foul. Kind of left that one up, did Williamson, and Pedroza tried to guide her down the left field line, but foul. And Delgado back to first, Jackson back to second. In the American Association, in the 5th inning, Grand Prairie leads Rockland 2-0. Wichita in the 2nd, in Sioux City, has a 7-0 lead on the Explorers already, 2-2. Inside, and Pedroza just wore that one as he got hit. Sergio Pedroza just got hit. And how about this? 4 walks, a hit batsman, a balk here tonight. And now in this 3rd, on a base hit, a walk, and a hit batsman, the bases are loaded for Carlo Cota. And the other game, Amarillo at Kansas City. That's in the 3rd. Amarillo leads KC 1-0. First pitch to Cota is low, ball 1. And then tip-off in 7 minutes tonight in that NBA game. And Miami can wrap it up over Oak City and be NBA champs. The 1-0 is a fastball that's inside, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Cota struck out his first trip. Bases are loaded with 1 away in the 3rd, and the Goldeyes are in a heap of trouble right now. And Cota heading the count 2-0. Williamson comes set in the pitch. Swing and a miss in that fastball, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cota looking for hit number 1,000. He's at 999 in his professional career. A Red Hawk at every base. The 2-1 is inside. 3 balls and a strike. And I'll tell you what, Luis Alen just threw a look back at Mike O'Leary, our home plate umpire, and it's a tight strike zone here tonight. 3-1. Cota, a homer and 12 driven in. The pitch swung on. That is hit high, fairly deep out to left center, but Weber's going to have a chance on that. He'll leave it for Roberson, who makes the catch, throws it home, and they're going to get Jackson. A 1-hop throw by Roberson, and they get Jackson, but Luis Alen is banged up as Jackson crashed into him. It's a double play, and that ends the inning, and Fargo comes away empty. But the real question is, how hurt is Luis Alen now on that collision at home plate? He's down on his side. Jackson tried to slide. A great throw by Roberson, who came over, called off Weber in left field, made the catch for the 2nd out on Cota, threw a 1-hop strike to home plate, and they gunned down Jackson trying to score on a sacrifice fly, and they get him 8-2. Allen is up and making his way over to the Goldeyes third base dugout, and the Goldeyes are only still trailing by 1. What a play for Winnipeg here to end the inning, a double play that ends it. For Fargo, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of 3, 1-0 Red Hawks, TSN 1290.
Yes, hello? Can I get someone to assist me in the digital camera department, please? I've been waiting for 20 minutes, and I'd like to buy this camera before it becomes obsolete.
If you've got camera questions, Don's Photo has answers. So why buy from a box store? You'll find that same camera at the same low price at Don's, minus the confusion. Visit donsphoto.com or stop by one of our 3 Winnipeg stores and let's talk photography.
Hi, I'm Denny from Denny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
And I'm quarterback Buck Pierce. If you're having a big summer event and looking for a way to feed your group, call Danny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
We're looking after you with a full catering service or do-it-yourself hog roast with succulent pork, tender beef, turkey, chicken, pork ribs, and more. No group is too big or too small. Plus, you can keep the leftovers. We'll even pack it up for you.
Visit Danny'sWholeHog.com or call 344-5675.
And we'll bring the flavor.
From the diamond to the driveway, from weekend warrior to world-class pro, local athletes are choosing Manitoba pork for peak performance. Loaded with lean, high-quality protein and essential vitamins and minerals, pork is a powerhouse of nutrition for serious athletes. For a real competitive edge, choose Manitoba pork, fueling today's athletes. Learn more about pork for peak performance at manitobapork.com.
Here's Dan Barbero at the plate, and he goes out to the pitch and fouls it back into Jennings' mitt, and the count 2 strikes on the Goldeyes left-handed swinging right fielder. 1-0 Fargo. What a play by Roberson to make a catch on a Coda fly ball and then throw home to get Jackson for the double play. Pitches swung on and missed, and Barbero goes down on 3 straight pitches. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Tyler Herron. And here's David Narodowski. And the score remains 1-0 Fargo. Boy, they were poised to blow it wide open with bases loaded and 1 out. The Goldeyes got out of it. And Luis Alen made his way okay all the way back to the Goldeyes third base dugout from home plate. He was shaken up, as you have to crowd the plate as a catcher. And as a base runner, the pitch inside to Narodowski, ball 1. You know, you're either going to slide or make some contact in a collision. Well, Jackson tried to slide. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. David Narodowski from Vancouver, British Columbia. 4 for 21 on the road trip. 1-1. Swung on, chopper out toward third, fielded easily by Stovall, and a throw across, 2 away. As the sun has come back out, but it's not interfering with the pitcher or hitter. There's a couple of big strips in left center and in right field. And Rich Carpenter, the batter, with 2 away. Well, after giving up a hit to Price Kendall to lead off, Tyler Herron has retired 7 in a row. And Carpenter, the batter. First pitch. Swung on, broken bat. Rolled right back toward the pitcher on a comebacker. So did the barrel of the bat. Easily handled, that being the ball by Herron. And he throws over to first base, and Carpenter got sawed off and is out number 3. And that was a pretty quick inning for the Goldeyes at the plate. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the 4th. Fargo leads at 1-0 on TSN 1290.
It's so much more fun when it's all for a good cause. Join the Winnipeg Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation for the 18th Annual Charity Golf Tournament, Monday, July 23rd at Bell Acres Golf and Country Club. Your entry fee includes lunch, power cart, fantastic steak dinner, and prizes. Proceeds go to the Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation to help support local children's charities. All foursomes entered will be assigned a Goldeyes player, coach, or staff member. Space is limited, so book early. Call 982-BASE for details.
One little drop of oil can spoil a million drops of water. So put used oil in its place. Call or click for information.
Used Oil Recycling is giving away free Goldeyes key tags at 12 select home games this season with 3 ways to win. If the number on the back of your key tag is drawn in the second inning, you can win a $50 gift certificate from Future Shop. If you activate your key tag online and your keys are ever lost, they'll be returned for free. Once your key tag is activated, you are entered for a chance to win an autographed Goldeyes jersey. The draw will take place at the last game of the season. Mr. Oil Drop reminds you to keep your environment clean and green by recycling your used oil and antifreeze products.
UsedOilRecycling.com. Hey, Manitoba, do it now. UsedOilRecycling.com.
Call 1-888-410-1440.
Make every drop count.
It's time to get back into the action. Batter up. Turn it up. This is Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. Now back to the voice of the Goldeyes, Paul Edmonds.
First pitch of the 4th is in there for a strike to Marcos Rodriguez, followed by Ryan Stovall and Todd Jennings here. And Fabian Williamson works into his 4th. 1-0 Fargo, a run on 2 hits. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that good breaking ball right there, and it's 0-2. Well, Fargo's been aided by 4 walks and a hit batsman that have been charged to Fabian Williamson tonight. 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rodriguez 0 for 1 tonight. He bounced out to second. 7, 8, and 9 in the order. We're in the 4th. Glad to have you along. We had a little rain shower, but the sun is back out. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, shot down the left field line, and foul. Way out of play. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Rodriguez hitting .282. Lefty here, the 1-1. Breaking ball, rolled up the first baseline, foul. Bucky Burgow is coaching over at third base. Usually the spot reserved for Doug Simonuk. And over at first base, the pitch is just outside, 2-2. Cole Zimmerman, longtime Red Hawk, now coach. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Down the left field line, foul territory. Third baseman Mazzola is there. And he makes the catch. With a lot of room before the seats. 1 away. Ryan Stovall, the batter. If you're wondering, that little rain did drop our temperature a little bit. And the weather report for 360winnipeg.ca, we're down to 17 Celsius or 63 Fahrenheit. Humidity holding pretty steady around 70%. Wind is out of the east-northeast at 15 now. First pitch to Stovall is outside, ball 1. So we're sitting at 17 Celsius. That translates to 63 Fahrenheit. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Tomorrow, Rich Hawkins, the lefty for Winnipeg, getting his 4th start. He's 2-0 with a .470 ERA. Alex Caldera counters a right-hander for Fargo. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Caldera is 4-1 with a 2.56 earned run average. Stovall walked his first trip, the 2-1. Swung on, line to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. So in every inning here tonight, Williamson has got the leadoff guy, but then the second batter in the order in the inning has gone on. In the first, a walk. In the second, a walk. In the third, a base hit. And ditto here in the 4th. Stovall has a 1-out single, and Todd Jennings, the batter, he struck out his first trip. 1-0 Fargo. And they have 3 hits off Fabian Williamson, who throws over to first and back, jumping into the base is Stovall in time. Just a reminder that tomorrow again we'll be back on the air at 6:30. We'll be back at 6:30. They throw behind the runner, and now they're going to get a little old-fashioned rundown going here. And Gabby Martinez will fly a tag. And now there's going to be an argument with Stovall and the first base umpire about the balk move again. But the out goes 1, 3, 6, 3. And it'll be a caught stealing, and there's 2 away. Well, that time, remember, helping along the first run for Fargo was a balk call on Williamson in the first. And the pitch to Jennings, low and inside, ball 1. So there's 2 away, and the base runner is erased in Stovall, caught stealing for the 3rd time. And the 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, this is a license plate strike zone here tonight. And there's some questions being asked from the Goldeyes dugout. The 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. That time, Williamson did not get called with a balk. Maybe the little argument or discussion Rick Forney had with first base umpire. The pitch swung on, fouled back, 2-2. Tim McCaffrey, after the balk call in the first, that pushed Penprase up to second, might have had some influence. Either way, the Goldeyes have just 1 hit. They've had to deal with base runners in every inning in this baseball game. And now there's 2 away, nobody on for Jennings, and there's a 2-2 count on the right-handed swinging catcher for Fargo. 2-2. Fastball wide. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, tomorrow, we're back on the air at 6:30. Game time 7:05. But we will not be here on TSN. 3-2. Swung on, line to center field. Roberson will take that on a hop. And that's a line drive single for Todd Jennings. 4th hit of the night for Fargo. Back to the top of the order, and Aaron Eggleston, who's 0 for 2. We will be on the FM side of the dial. We'll be on Fab 94.3 FM. Broadcasting the game. We step aside for some hockey coverage tomorrow. But you can find us, as that big voice says, in stereo. Here's Eggleston, lefty-lefty. Williamson comes set. First pitch is a fastball that's on the inside edge for a strike. Eggleston has bounced out to the right side of the infield and second base his first trip, and then popped out into shallow left at short. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. And Eggleston behind. 0-2 quickly here to Fabian Williamson, who does have 3 strikeouts. From the stretch, the pitch. Swung on, knocked left side to his right, and a backhanded pickup there by Narodowski, and he throws to second. They're going to get Jennings, who didn't like the call. Jennings thought that he was safe. No argument from Fargo. A fielder's choice that Eggleston hits into, and the inning comes to an end at second. A nice play by David Narodowski to his right, and a backhanded pickup and a throw back towards second from the shortstop, and that is it for the RedHawks. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of 4. 1-0 Fargo. You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball from downtown Winnipeg on TSN 1290.
What makes Tavern United Manitoba's #1 sports pub? Service second to none. Food that's right on point. And value that's big league all the way. And this summer, during Tavern United's Your Team, Your Tickets promotion, win weekly prizes and qualify to win season tickets to your Winnipeg Goldeyes, Blue Bombers, and of course, the Jets. So get your friends together for some frothy fun, fabulous food, and guaranteed good times at your New World Sports Pub, Tavern United.
If you love fishing, you've got to discover the Alumacraft difference. Alumacraft boats simply deliver way more bang for your fishing buck. More models to choose from, more durability, more resale value, more outstanding performance, more of everything you want in a boat that will last. You really can see and feel the difference quality makes. Get the facts at alumacraft.com or give Girton Equipment a call at 1-800-619-0614. Alumacraft. Better built, better ride, better value.
Free Jive Interactive Media is online, on site, and on the street. Grab the new online version of the Free Jive Weekly at freejivewinnipeg.com or pick it up at one of our 200 local restaurant locations. Find us at local events and keep a lookout for the Free Jive Cruiser around the city. And make sure to visit freejivewinnipeg.com to keep updated on all of our weekly contests and giveaways. Free Jive Interactive Media, online, on site, on the street.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th, and the Goldeyes haven't done much here tonight, but the fortunate part is they're only trailing by 1. Fargo 1, Winnipeg no score. We're in the bottom of 4. Top of the order for the Goldeyes, because Tyler Herron is right at the minimum. He's given up 1 hit. That was to Bryce Kendall, who leads it off, when Kendall was doubled off in a fly ball off the bat of John Weber. It was caught for an out, and then Kendall was doubled off at first base. And, I mean, it wasn't even close. He was around third when the ball got relayed back to first. Here's Kendall, followed by Roberson and then Weber. First pitch. Breaking ball is high, ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Goldeyes have just 1 hit. The 1-0. Swung on and lined to left field for a base hit. Got a fastball right down the gut, and Kendall pounded it between short and third for his 2nd hit of the night. And the leadoff man is aboard. Here's Chris Roberson. Roberson flew out to center field. He actually put a good swing on it. It didn't really carry. It sounded better than it actually traveled. And it was caught by Nick Jackson, the other center fielder in this game. So we'll see what Robo does here. Tyler Herron, for only the second time tonight, goes to work from the stretch. First pitch. And a bunt dragged up the first base line, but foul. Strike one. To the point where Kendall singled for the second time here to lead off this fourth. Tyler Herron had retired 8 in a row. 1-0 Fargo. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Sun and blue sky are out again. After a downpour for, a mere 3 minutes. If that. 0-1. Swung on, lifted out toward left center. Lazy fly ball in the gap, and right there is Eggleston. He'll make the catch. And there's one away for John Weber, who flew out to center field. He scorched a baseball, too, that didn't really travel very far. And that is where Jackson made the catch on it, then doubled off Kendall. A suspension handed down today in Major League Baseball. Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Joel Peralta suspended 8 games. First pitch is outside with a changeup to Weber, ball one. For possessing a foreign substance on his glove during Tuesday's game against Washington. That would kind of touched off that spat between managers, Davey Johnson and Joe Madden, the 1-0. Swung on, line to left field. That will drop for a base hit. And Kendall, round second. He's going to head for third a little bit late. Here comes the throw. The tag, not in time. Safe is Kendall. Well, he wanted to wait that time to make sure that the ball dropped in front of Eggleston. And he hesitated around second. Once he saw it dropped and Eggleston took it on a hop, then he put it back into gear, and a quick play made over toward third base, and Kendall gets underneath the tag of Stovall on the relay, and he gets there safely at third, and on that, Weber will get a single and then advances to second on the throw. And here's Gabby Martinez, and the Goldeyes are in a little bit of business here, trailing 1-0, but runners at second and third with one out. And Gabby Martinez struck out looking. His first trip, he didn't swing the bat. See what he does here. Stands in from the left-hand side. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Major Leagues handed down the 8-game suspension to Peralta today. And again, it touched off that spat about, read the rule book was one of the exchanges between, and the pitch is inside, Rays manager Joe Madden and Davey Johnson, the skipper for the Washington Nationals, who was the one that alerted the umpire's attention on Joel Peralta for possessing a foreign substance in his glove. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Peralta was ejected from the game when he entered in the bottom of the 8th. Nationals manager Davey Johnson alerted one of the umpires to something illegal in Peralta's glove. 1-2 to Martinez. And the pitch is high, 2-2. The umpires convened and ruled that Peralta had a foreign substance in his glove, which turned out to be pine tar. Since Peralta has elected to file an appeal, the discipline issued to him will be held in abeyance. The 2-2, swing and a miss, and Martinez down on strikes as Tyler Herron blew him away with fastballs, and here's Luis Alen. 3 strikeouts for Herron. The suspension will be held in abeyance until the appeal process is complete. And here comes a pitching visit for Steve Montgomery, the pitching coach for Fargo. Luis Alen is 0 for 1. Bryce Kendall at third base. John Weber is at second. 1-0 Fargo in front. We're in the bottom of 4, 2 away now. And now home plate umpire Mike O'Leary is going to go out and break up the mound meeting. Nothing Fargo, a run on 4 hits. Goldeyes 0-3. Mound meeting is over. Just a quick note, by the way, in that basketball game that is now 18 minutes old, as Allen steps in, first pitch. Swung on, lined over third, dumped into left field for a base hit. In to score Kendall. Rounding third and scoring, standing is Weber. First pitch swinging, Allen a 2-run single, and the Goldeyes lead it 2-1. Baby! That is a big runners in scoring position, 2-out lightning hit for Luis Alen, RBI 16 and 17. And Winnipeg leads it by 1, finally getting to Tyler Herron here in the bottom of the 4th. And the batter is Josh Mazzola. And he'll stand in from the right-hand side. Herron's given up 3 homers this year. First pitch is in there for a strike. Mazzola has 4. All 4 have come on the road, looking for his first big fly here in downtown Winnipeg. And the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on, hammered down the left field line, but pulled foul. 0-2 to Mazzola, who's 0 for 1 tonight. It is 11-9 for Miami in the first quarter in Game 5 of that series. They can wrap it up tonight over Oak City. No team in NBA history has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. 0-2 runner on the move. Pitch is swung on. Bounced out towards short. And Penprase was going to cover the bag at second. It gets by him into left center field. Up with the ball is Eggleston. And rounding second, heading to third safely, is Luis Alen. And the Goldeyes get one of those hits that just kind of bleeds through the infield. Mazzola hit it out towards short. Penprase was going to cover the bag because Luis Alen was on the move from first to second. And then Penprase could not put on the brakes to get back in time, and it got by him into left center. And Mazzola has a hit to extend a hitting streak to 7 straight. And here is Dan Barbero. So runners on the corners with 2 away, and the Goldeyes have 4 hits and 2 runs scored in the inning. First pitch to Barbero is low and outside, ball 1. Danny Barbero is 4 for 10 coming into this one tonight. In his return, 0 for 1 tonight, though. The 1-0 is low, and it gets between the legs of Jennings, goes back to the screen. Allen will score, and a big turn at second. Mazzola, now he'll head back. A wild pitch scores the Goldeyes' 3rd run, and it's 3-1 Winnipeg. That one hit the dirt and went right between the legs. The feet, I guess, is a better description of Jennings, the catcher, and back to the screen. An easy score on a wild pitch for Allen, and Mazzola gets into scoring position. The 2-0 swung on and missed, and it's 2-1 to Barbero. Barbero hitting .333 as a Goldeye with a home run that came in Sioux Falls earlier this week, and he's driven in 4. The 2-1 swung on, looped out towards center, coming in Nick Jackson, and he'll make the catch for the final out here in the 4th. Having said that, the Goldeyes send 7 to the plate. They get 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1. We'll go to the 5th. Goldeyes lead at 3-1. TSN 1290.
Downtown Winnipeg is the place to be this summer. Get downtown and enjoy fun festivals, concerts, and tours. Catch a Goldeyes game, visit exceptional shopping and dining districts, get a taste for Winnipeg's distinct urban culture, and check out the Out to Lunch concert series with free music downtown every Wednesday at noon all summer long. For info on concert locations and other downtown events, visit downtownwinnipegbiz.com. Get down this summer. Downtown.
It's 4:30 a.m. The city is fast asleep, except for a few early risers, working behind the scenes, getting things ready for the day, picking up what's left behind. Johnson Waste Management. Doing our best to be the very best.
There's just something about the music that sticks with you.
Here she comes now, saying morning, morning.
That makes you feel oh so good. Fab 94.3 plays all your favorites from the 60s and 70s.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Yes, reach out and touch. Come on, honey, tell me so.
Fab 94.3. Super hits of the 60s and 70s.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball live on TSN 1290. Brought to you in part by Fergie's Fish and Chips and Manitoba Turkey Producers.
Well, we go to the fifth. First pitch. Zach Penprase is low for ball one. They have added an error, and the pitch is low, 2-0. Goldeyes lead it 3-1. They've added an error to Aaron Eggleston on the play that got Luis Alen over to third base. So E7 if you're scoring at home. And one error on the board belonging to the RedHawks. The pitch is high, 3-0. Here you are again. Your team gets 3 runs. And you come out against a guy that needs to swing the bat. The 3-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. And Penprase fall behind 3-0. Now you can see if you can get another strike here and make him swing the bat. The 3-1. Swung on, shot down the right field line, foul. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Penprase 0 for 1 tonight. A walk, a balk, and a run scored as the balk got him to second. And he scored on an RBI double by Nick Jackson, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Got blown away with a fastball there. And Fabian Williamson fell behind. 3-0, but got Penprase for his 4th strikeout of the night. And there's one away for Nick Jackson. There is activity in the bullpen for Winnipeg, a right-hander. And it's Brian Beuning, donning the Goldeye uniform. After coming out of retirement, I guess is what you could say. He is here for the week to help the team out. Here's Jackson, 2 for 2. Breaking ball is outside to start him off with ball 1. So again, an error to Aaron Eggleston if you're scoring at home. Goldeyes get 3. They lead it 3-1 last half inning. We're in the 5th. The 1-0. Swung on, hit to center field. Going back, Narodowski, and he leaps and makes the catch. Nice grab by David Narodowski, the shortstop for Winnipeg. A little blooper out towards center field. And Narodowski went back, turning his numbers to us, and left and hold it in. 2 away. And the batter is Ryan Delgado. And Delgado 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And Fabian Williamson working into his 5th. First pitch. Swung on. That's hit high. Pretty deep to left field. Way back, and it is gone. A home run for Ryan Delgado. A fastball, first pitch swinging, and it's 3-2 Winnipeg for Delgado. His 6th home run of the year, RBI number 20. A 2-out solo shot here in the 5th. And for Fabian Williamson, he gives up a home run here tonight. And that's his first home run allowed this year. And here is Sergio Pedroza. Does not have an official at bat. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. So 3-2 Winnipeg now. First pitch is a breaking ball that's low, ball 1. They tell us 5,235 here tonight. The pitch. Breaking ball outside 2-0. 52-35 is the announced attendance. And I think they're pretty much all here tonight. 5,235. The pitch is low. 3-0. You know that Rick Forney, with a guy warming up in the bullpen, would like to see Williamson get through 5 here. The 3-0 is a fastball right down the chute for a strike. And it's 3-1. Again, Brian Beuning throwing in the bullpen, a right-hander. 3-1 is in there for a strike. Good breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Pedroza walked in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third. 2 away and 1 in on a home run. 3-2, Winnipeg leads it in the Fargo top half of the fifth. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pedroza, a right fielder. Couple of homers and 11 driven in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is high, ball 4. That's the 5th walk. And here comes Rick Forney. And that might be it for Fabian Williamson. So 5 walks on the night. And Rick Forney is going to make the march slowly out of his third base dugout out toward the mound. And with Carlo Cota stepping up, he's going to have a little chat with his battery and maybe buy a little bit more time for Beuning to get loose. And then home plate umpire Mike O'Leary now is going to go out. And Rick Forney is going to have to make a decision, and he does by pointing down to the bullpen. That's it for Fabian Williamson here. And he will come out of the baseball game. We'll take a timeout on the pitching change. A call to the bullpen being made, and Williamson will look toward the steps and go down and get punch 5s, and in comes Brian Beuning when we come back. Goldeyes leading 3-2, 2 out, 1 on for Fargo in the 5th on TSN 1290.
For football.
One of the best trades ever in the history of the CFL, arguably, to get Doug Brown here for basically a box of tape.
For hockey.
First 4 guys in the NHL draft most years are can't miss.
Nothing but sports.
You lead the league in anonymous quotes. You also lead the league in dysfunction.
When sports is your passion.
There's an emotion in the city, and it permeates the dressing room, and the players, they all feel it.
Turn to the station that's even crazier about sports than you are.
I want to be like the Road Warriors. They have the football pads with the spikes coming out and then all the face paint and stuff.
As long as you wear tight shorts, I'm in.
I heard that about you.
Spiky shoulder pads and tight shorts.
I think you've still got the panties somewhere around here, Troy, if you want to slip into something a little more comfortable.
Troy really is a sensitive guy. I want spikes and shoulder pads and like mean-looking face paint. Troy wants tights.
Well, almost as crazy. TSN 1290. All sports, all the time.
Well, we're in the 5th inning, and the Goldeyes reach into the bullpen for the first time tonight. Fabian Williamson is done. He can't win it, nor can he lose it. He'll get a no decision here tonight. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, responsible for 1. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's hit a batter and balked tonight as well. Carlo Cota will face Brian Beuning, who will look in to get the sign, making his second appearance in 5 years. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Cota is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and flown out that resulted in a double play. 3-2 Winnipeg in front. And Beuning comes set again, the right-hander from Minnesota. And the 0-1. Breaking ball is in there for strike 2. 0-2 to Brian Beuning, who is off until Thursday. He does not have to be back to work as a state trooper in Laverne, Minnesota until Thursday night. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Cota. Tried to hold up on that breaking ball, could not. And Brian Beuning on 3 straight pitches sits down Carlo Cota, and that is it for Fargo here in the 5th. Winnipeg has struck out 5 tonight. 1 run, 1 hit. It was a homer by Delgado, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of 5. Goldeyes lead it 3-2 on the home of the Goldeyes, TSN 1290.
Grill therapy is on now at Boston Pizza. A way to relax through the healing powers of grilled meat. Kevin and his wife just had octuplets. That's 8 babies.
8 babies. You'd think you would have seen that on the ultrasound. He said he was a doctor. But this backyard burger made with 100% Canadian beef has almost made me forget that when I get home, I have to feed Samantha, Tanya, Eugene, little Jesus, so funny, Gerald,
Boston
Stanley,
Pizza,
Catherine.
here to make you happy. Visit Boston Pizza for details while quantities last.
Got all your bases covered? With Manitoba Blue Cross, you do. They provide peace of mind for you and your family, no matter what the situation. Planning on taking a little family trip? Make sure to get travel coverage from Blue Cross. Looking for more benefits for your employees? Look no further than Blue Cross. They also handle individual life insurance. It's a real triple play.
Contact your insurance broker or visit nb.bluecross.ca.
Manitoba Blue Cross, color of caring.
Yep! There's lots of storage reality stuff on TV these days, but in Winnipeg, real people prefer real storage at Storageville. Why? 2 super convenient locations, both with really easy access to your locker. It's absolutely secure and always pristine clean. Learn more about Storageville's many wow factors at storageville.ca and sign up for upcoming auction alerts. Never know what treasures you might find. Storageville, where Winnipeg stores.
Yep! Bottom of the 5th inning, David Narodowski at the plate, and the pitch is a little bit high to him. The count will go to 1-1. Narodowski, Ridge Carpenter, and Price Kendall, 8, 9, and 1. Against Tyler Herron, Winnipeg leads it 3-2. Glad to have you along. The 1-1 is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. David tonight is 0 for 1. He has family in town from other parts of Canada, I presume British Columbia. The 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. His sister and brother-in-law. And I think it was a bit of a surprise. Now, I hope I haven't spoiled it, but I'm sure he knows they're here now. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Tyler Herron here tonight. And Rich Carpenter, the batter. Well, we have an opportunity here in this 5th inning. Let's have a look at Goldeyes this week, and it's brought to you by Boston Pizza. Try Boston Pizza's all-meat wings. This summer, nothing goes better with BP's all-meat wings than all beer. Boston Pizza here to make you happy. Well, the Goldeyes, as you know, are home for the next, including tonight, 7. First pitch to Carpenter, and he showed bunt, pulled back, and it was high off the glove of Jennings, back toward the screen. Ball 1. And tomorrow night, game 2 of this 4-game series with the RedHawks. Post-game fireworks tomorrow night. Come on down. $5 gets you in the ballpark. The 1-0. Here's a bouncer in the dirt. 2-0 to Carpenter. And that's a 7:05 start time. Remember, we'll be on Fab FM tomorrow. 94.3 on the dial. The 2-0. Swung on, ground ball right side, but foul. Right by Tom Bates at first. Saturday is 9-inning Commissioner's prize package giveaway. I mused the other day, what's in a Commissioner's prize package? Couple of park anywhere you want downtown for 3-hour passes. The 2-1 is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. A little bit high as well on Carpenter. A left-handed swinging DH tonight, turning out of the way of that. Game at 6:05 on Saturday night. We'll be back here on TSN 1290. The 3-1. Swung on. Q shot it off the end of the bat. Rolled foul third base side. 3-2. And Sunday, 1:35 start time. Final game of this series. Wonder Shows and Plunger Pool on the Promenade. Payoff is outside, ball 4. First walk issued by Tyler Herron tonight. And it's a 1-out free pass to a guy with some pretty good wheels in Carpenter, who is 4 for 4 on the base paths this year. And here's Bryce Kendall, who's 2 for 2 at the plate tonight with a run scored. Also on Sunday, it's Goldeyes white jersey giveaway for the first 1,500 fans, courtesy of Boston Pizza. On Monday, the homestand continues, the back end, as Sioux City comes to town Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All of those games are 7:05 start times. And the first throw goes over to first base, and Carpenter back in time. On Monday, Canadian Heritage Night, you're asked to wear red to be eligible to win great prizes. First pitch to Kendall, run on the move, pitches high, throw down to second, is in time. Carpenter ahead for a slide, gets thrown out. And there's 2 away here. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Kendall. Now the Goldeyes trying to be aggressive, and now activity in the bullpen for Fargo. Pitch is swung on, bounced out towards short, picked up by Penprase as Kendall. Did he trip out of the batter's box? I think he did. And he gets thrown out only a couple of steps outside of the batter's box. And that is it for Winnipeg here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Kendall gets put out for the first time tonight by shortstop Zach Penprase. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the 6th. Goldeyes by 1, 3-2, TSN 12-9.
A good hit to right field. It's going. Over the wall.
Another home run at Cambrian Credit Union. Get the shirt off our backs at the July 10th Goldeyes Sioux Falls matchup. Get more than the shirt off our backs. Bank for free with the Unfee at Cambrian Credit Union.
Ever wonder how you can get your children to spend more time outside?
And get them away from computer games and TV?
Studies show that parents who are active often have healthy, active kids.
So be an active role model. Get up, get out, and play with your kids.
Walk the dog.
Play some catch.
Shovel the driveway.
For a game of ball hockey. He shoots! He scores!
Remember, active role models, active kids.
Find out more by visiting manitobainmotion.ca.
A message from the Manitoba government.
Granny's Turkey invites you to think big, because now bigger really is better. Look for new Granny's seasoned boneless turkey breast in the frozen food aisle. It's big on flavor, big on nutrition, and it makes chicken breasts and steaks seem so tiny. New Granny's seasoned boneless turkey breast. Great on the grill or any way you like. Bigger is better. Granny's, great taste, healthy living. To find stores offering Granny's seasoned boneless turkey breast, see grannys.ca/barbecue.
Just a reminder that with the NHL Draft live on TSN 1290 tomorrow night, the Goldeyes game will be broadcast on Fab 94.3.
Bang, bang!
Dear God, Paul Edmonds in stereo.
Top of the 6th. Marcos Rodriguez, Ryan Stovall, and Todd Jennings to face Brian Beuning, who works into his 2nd inning and his 2nd appearance. First pitch is in there for a strike. For Beuning, this is appearance number 89 as a Goldeye. He made 87 in 2007 and 2008 combined. And Rick referred to him as probably the best reliever in the Northern League back in 08, 01. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. And I would concur, the numbers I talked about it the other day were just outstanding, especially in 08. Brian, 51 appearances that year out of the bullpen. The pitch is outside, 1-2. Just a quick update, and we'll come back to that. Miami at the end of the first leading Oklahoma City 31-26. LeBron James has 7. Kevin Durant has 9 for the Thunder. But it's a 5-point lead for the Heat. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that is lined out to first. Leaping and pulling it in is Gabby Martinez. And there's one away. Nice play, Gabby. And I would dare say that he looked over there at first like Dancing Gabe. That's what we could call him right now. No, there is only one Dancing Gabe. And he's Winnipeg's own. And I know he's here tonight. One away on a nice play over at first by Gabby Martinez. Here's Ryan Stovall. First pitch is outside, ball one. Stovall 1 for 1 with a walk. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Beuning was 6-4 back in 2008 at a 1.75 ERA. He saved 9 games for the Goldeyes that year. How about this for a reliever? 82 1/3 innings of work, 1-1, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. He only gave up 62 hits in those 82 1/3, and he struck out 64, walked just 30. Opposition hit a measly 214 against him. Went on, finished his education, and became a state trooper where he is now in Laverne, Minnesota. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Stovall. And everybody in the house will win 3 flapjacks as Stovall is the pancake batter here tonight. And there's 2 away in the 6th. And the batter is Todd Jennings. And Jennings 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. For Beuning, he did not pitch professionally in 09, 2010, or 2011. He missed 3 years. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled back, and it's 0-2. Talked to him the other day, and I know I mentioned this yesterday, but I think it begs repeating. He has been playing in a senior men's league in Laverne, Minnesota. And I asked him, have you been doing much pitching? And he said, no, I've actually been playing shortstop. So, really reaching in. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him on strikes. Todd Jennings down for the 2nd time by the K tonight. And how about Beuning striking out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced in this appearance here tonight. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom 6 is next. 3-2 Winnipeg, TSN 1290.
When you're stepping up to the plate with a major league appetite, make the big play for the home run special at Chicken Delight. Here's the pitch. 8 pieces of delicious chicken, medium fries and gravy, 2-liter Pepsi, and 2 free Winnipeg Goldeyes ticket vouchers. That's a $40 value for just $26.99. It's a hit.
So don't call tonight. Tonight, all right. Call Chicken Delight.
Summer is something to enjoy. But remember, drinking any alcohol and driving don't mix. Drinking and driving puts you and others in danger. Your best bet is a designated driver who has had no alcohol. Enjoy your summer, but whatever you do, don't drink and drive. To keep Manitobans safe behind the wheel, police are increasing enforcement near you. Watch for them. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
A little of this.
Turn it on at work, and we all love it.
Awesome. A little of that.
It's the only station I listen to in my car.
Bob makes my day.
I'm more of a whatever guy.
Tune into Bob's Breakfast with Kelly Parker and Desk.
That's Donald Duck's middle name.
Right. Is it not? Is Fauntleroy or Fauntleroy? Because it's important that I get it right.
Weekdays from 5:30 till 9.
What time are we on again? 5:30? Oh, gosh, that's early.
Add some 80s, 90s, and whatever to your day with 99.9 Bob FM.
We love it.
I listen all day.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Chris Roberson to lead it off. The Goldeyes are in front 3-2. Turned out to be a decent night here tonight. Roberson, Webby, and Martinez. First pitch is inside from Tyler Herron, ball 1. So Chris Roberson, John Weber, and Gabby Martinez. Only 10 hits on the board, and each team has 5 tonight. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. If you're wondering Fabian Williamson threw 107 pitches tonight in 4 2/3 innings. The pitch is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. 107 pitches in 4 2/3 innings. But, you know, when you strike 4 guys out and you walk 5, well, you're getting deep into counts. The 2-1 is inside, 3 balls and a strike. Roberson 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown out to center and to left. Just want to go back to Goldeyes this week. The 3-1 swung on, line to center field for a base hit. And Roberson, I will say this, has seen Tyler Herron pretty good tonight, but he really bolted that baseball. And the Goldeyes have their 6th hit and the leadoff man aboard, and here's John Weber. Well, after fireworks tomorrow night, Commissionaires night on Saturday, and then jersey giveaway on Sunday in this series, Fargo gets out of town. The Goldeyes welcome Sioux City. Canadian Heritage Night on Monday the 25th. You're asked to wear red to win great prizes as the Goldeyes pay tribute to our Canadian Olympic athletes and the RCMP. First pitch to Weber's inside, ball 1. And one lucky fan wins a train trip for 2 to Jasper with 2 nights accommodations courtesy of Via Rail Canada. That's Monday night against the Explorers. Activity in the bullpen for Fargo. Throw over to first, and Roberson diving back in safely. Roberson is 8 of 10 on the base paths. Tuesday night, Danny's Whole Hog pregame barbecue next week. From the stretch, the 1-0. Swung on, ground ball right side. That's going to get through. Roberson had to wait. Now he'll take off around second and put on the brakes. As up with the balls, Pedroza. He had to wait, did Roberson, for the ball to get by him. Otherwise, if you get hit by the baseball and you're a base runner, you are out. And the Goldeyes have 2 on and nobody out for Gabby Martinez. On Tuesday, you can enjoy a delicious pulled pork or pulled turkey on a bun with Danny's barbecue sauce and a pop for $5. Proceeds go to the Field of Dreams Foundation. Then next Wednesday, the last game of the homestand, it's Jamaica night. One lucky fan wins a trip for 2 to Jamaica, courtesy of Air Canada Vacations. Lots going on the homestand. First pitch to Martinez, swung on and fouled back, and that will get on top of the roof here of Shaw Park, and it's strike 1. The lefty down there, by the way, is Joe Harris. He was throwing, and now I think he's sitting down again. Nope, got back up. 0-1 to Martinez. The pitch is high and away, 1-1. Tickets are at 5 price points: $5, $7, $12, $14, and 18 skins. Available at the door here at Shaw Park. Any Ticketmaster location in the province, Ticketmaster.ca. The 1-1 is high and inside, 2-1, or 888-GOLDEYE. Love to see you out. Goldeyes.com, great source of information, or call the office, 982-BASE-2273. 1-888-GOLDEYE is toll free into the office from anywhere in North America. 2 balls and 1 strike to Martinez. The pitch. Breaking ball is low. 3-1. Martinez has struck out both times here tonight. Swinging and looking. 2 on and nobody out. Zach Baldwin getting loose in the Goldeyes bullpen, so activity in both pens right now. The 3-1 swung on and fouled back as Martinez taking a couple of better hacks here in this third at bat. Then the first one he didn't even swing the bat. And in the second at bat he got blown away. This one he's made some contact. Roberson at second. Weber is at first base. 3-2 Winnipeg, bottom 6. The payoff pitch. Runner on the move. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to third. Not in time. Stolen base for Chris Roberson. His 9th of the year. And Weber didn't move. Martinez strikes out for the 3rd time here tonight. A handful of strikeouts for Tyler Herron. And here's Luis Alen. who gave the Goldeyes the lead with a first pitch swinging, 2-run single over third in a 3-run fourth. And what you want to do is try to stay out of the double play here if you're Alen. A fly ball would work. First pitch. Swung on. Shot down the right field line into the seats, foul. Strike one. Alen has bounced out to third and then had that 2-run single and scored. Weber at first with one away. Roberson over at third. Alen has RBI 16 and 17 in the ball game tonight. Herron comes set, righty, the 0-1. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Nice block by Jennings. And it's a ball and a strike. Pittsburgh has defeated Minnesota tonight in the major leagues. Pirates 9, Twinkies 1. Oakland got by the Dodgers 4-1 earlier today. Detroit in 10. Doubled St. Louis 2-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Goldeyes catcher, and they're going to have John Weber in a rundown between first and second. Now Roberson will get back toward third, and he gets thrown out on a throw there by Penprase. So Weber got caught leaning off the bag, and Herron throws behind him. They get Weber in the rundown. Then the Goldeyes start Roberson from third base, and then they throw, that being Penprase, over to Stovall, and they get Roberson in all that sort of mess of rundowns and bad base running by Winnipeg. 1 ball, 1 strike, so there's 2 away now. And the pitch is high, 2-1. Well, let's go 1-3-6-5 on that caught stealing. 1-3-6-5. Sometimes if you get 2 guys moving, the 2-1 is inside 3-1, like that, where you get a rundown over at first, rundown over at third. You might be able to save both guys because you're forcing throws across the diamond. But Penprase made a real nice throw to Stovall at third, and Roberson had to dive back in, but he was tagged. 3-1. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. Weber was on the move, but he'll have to get back. John 1 for 2 on the base paths. So the Goldeyes have made a couple of mistakes tonight in base running. And I don't know if Weber thought that they were going to try to hit and run there. And that's why he started to break off the bag. The 3-2 is low and inside, ball 4. And Herron will walk his second of the night. And the batter is Josh Mazzola. So that pushes Weber up to second. Alen gets aboard for the second time tonight, this time via walk. And Mazzola 1 for 2 tonight. 7th inning, Washington leading Tampa 4-2. And in the 7th, Miami ahead of Boston 5-3. First pitch to Mazzola is in there for a strike. That National League game, 2-1 Colorado in the 8th over Philly. 0-1 to Mazzola. Herron comes set and the pitch. Little excuse me swing. He made contact and fouled it off by the on-deck circle of the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks. First base side, 0-2 to Mazzola. Mazzola's bounced out to second and singled tonight. But behind, 0-2. The pitch is high. 1-2. Jennings tried to pull it down to frame it for home plate umpire Mike O'Leary. Didn't get it. Ball and 2 strikes. That lefty Harris is still throwing in the bullpen for the Redhawks. Goldeyes lead it 3-2 here. 2 away. Runners at first and second. And Tyler Herron comes set. And the pitch. Swung on. That is lined out to left center field. On the run, Eggleston. And he will get there in the gap and make the catch for the final out of the inning. Well, it started well, but the Goldeyes kind of ran themselves into an out for sure there and come away empty. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We'll go to the 7th. Winnipeg 3, Fargo 1, TSN 1290.
Coaches, your players are great at scoring goals. But when the goal is raising money, it's not always easy to score. And that's where the Winnipeg Free Press can help. We're introducing a unique fundraising promotion available to all Manitoba minor league sports teams. And if you participate, your team has a chance to meet Winnipeg Jets of Vander Kane. For complete program information, go to winnipegfreepress.com/Team Kane and find out how your team can get involved.
Healthcare is a big, complex system, and sometimes things happen that aren't planned. Poor communication can lead to patient harm. Here are 3 questions you should always ask. What is my health problem? What do I need to do? Why do I need to do this? Asking these questions can open up conversation with your healthcare providers. So ask, listen, and talk. Be polite but persistent. The Manitoba Institute for Patient Safety website has more information on how you can learn to be safe.
Hit a home run this summer at any of Arby's 6 Winnipeg locations. Whether you want to lead off with Arby's oven-roasted roast beef or return for a designated hit with a market-fresh sandwich or wrap, you'll always come away feeling like a winner after a visit to Arby's. What are you thinking? I'm thinking Arby's. Locally owned and operated and proud to be a corporate sponsor of your Winnipeg Goldeyes.
It's time to get back into the action. Batter up, turn it up. This is Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. Now back to the voice of the Goldeyes, Paul Edmonds.
Well, we move to the 7th, a 1-run lead for Winnipeg, and Brian Beuning will work into his 3rd inning. He's retired 4 in a row, 3 of them via strikeout. Goldeyes in front here by 1 run at 3-2. Top of the order for Fargo, Eggleston, Zach Penprase, and Nick Jackson. And Beuning will come set. The first pitch to Eggleston is on the outside edge for a strike. You know, the numbers we were talking about with Brian, we do that for Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Recycle Everywhere, working together to make away-from-home recycling commonplace. The 0-1. And a bunt pushed foul up the third base line, strike 2. To learn more, visit recycleeverywhere.ca. Eggleston 0 for 3 tonight. Told you that Brian making appearance number 88 here tonight. I just want to make sure of that. I think it was 87 on Tuesday night, 88 here tonight. In his Goldeyes career, the 0-2 is just inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He had 51 in 2008, which, by the way, the 1-2 pitch swung on, pulled foul, look out into the seats, and ricochets off a seat and back onto the field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 51 appearances are the most in a single season by any Goldeye pitcher. So he holds the record there. 51 appearances in 2008 is a franchise record. 1-2 to Eggleston. The pitch is outside, 2-2. In 2007, Brian made 36. So yeah, it was 87. This is 89. 2-2 is inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Made his 88th appearance on Tuesday, 89 here tonight. Three balls, 2 strikes. Aaron Eggleston. And the payoff pitch outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk here. And the Goldeyes have walked 6 tonight. And here's Zach Penprase, who struck out twice, walked and scored. And Penprase will look down to Bucky Burgow and get a sign here. There's some speed with Eggleston and Penprase, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to try to bunt here. And at the corner at third and on the grass is Mazzola. First pitch is swung on and lined out to left field, right at Weber. He'll make the catch for the first out. Well, you know, that's a little bit surprising to me. And here comes Rick Forney, and he's had a left-hander in Baldwin loosening up for the last inning or so. And Nick Jackson, a left-handed batter, due up, and I think we're going to see a pitching change here. And Forney, before he gets to the top of the hill, will point down to the bullpen, and indeed we will. And Brian should get paid off nicely here in his return to Winnipeg for the first time since 2008. And he will as he heads off the field to the Goldeyes third base dugout. We'll take a timeout on the call of the bullpen. 1 out, 1 on, a one-run game. Favoring Winnipeg in the 7th on TSN 1290.
For football.
Are you guys concerned about a 23-year-old who's had major reconstructive surgery on both his shoulders already?
Absolutely. Yeah, and shoulders for an O-lineman is everything, right? Because you're constantly step and punch.
For hockey.
I think it's a shame that the Toronto Maple Leafs take the kind of money they do from their fans, and they haven't been in the playoffs in 7 years. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1967. The Montreal Canadiens since 1993.
For Goldeyes.
Back of the warning track, at the wall, and he makes the catch.
Nothing but sports.
I mean, either you love him or you hate him, and I bet there's a lot of people out there that used to hate him that are starting to love him. The guy's the best thing to happen to Major League Baseball in a long time.
When sports is your passion.
It's like you're talking to a 12-year-old kid who's refusing to take responsibility for whatever that they had done. And you don't want guys like that. I don't care how talented they are.
TSN 1290. All sports.
You want guys like that on your team?
All the time.
Well, we're in the 8th inning, 1 on and 1 out, and in comes Zach Baldwin. Third pitcher of the night. Brian Beuning's done 1 2/3 innings, no hits, no runs, responsible for 1. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. And Baldwin will come in. And Zach was not used on Tuesday night. He did get used yesterday afternoon. And he's been used a lot in the last week. And for Zach, he'll make his 10th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 earnings, 5 walks, a strikeout. Opposition batting .333 against him. And here comes Nick Jackson. So lefty here. Jackson 2 for 3 tonight. An RBI double, a single, and a pop-out. And the first pitch. Breaking ball is, I guess, a little bit high. Ball 1. Jackson batting .317. Couple of homers and 27 driven in. Fans trying to help out here with unison clapping. And a throw over to first base. And Eggleston hops back in safely. One former teammate trying to get another one out. Baldwin looks in to get the sign from Luis Alen. And Baldwin will come set. And another throw goes over to first base and back in time again. Is Eggleston, no tag from Martinez. Goldeyes bullpen over the last little while has seen their ERA collectively swell. And time called by Nick Jackson. Their ERA is 4.99. The starters 3.65. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Baldwin has been used once as a starter, and the rest of the time as a reliever. This is appearance number 10. The 1-1. Down and away on half a swing. He didn't go around, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nick Jackson. 3-2, the Goldeyes are in front. And a throw goes over to first base, and Eggleston back in time. Baldwin debuted with the Goldeyes against Gary on June the 2nd. He started. And he's been very good in his last 5 outings. He is not allowed a run. The 2-1. Swung on, a tapper back to Baldwin, fielded. He throws to second for the force there, and then Narodowski gets wiped out by Eggleston, still lets the ball fly toward first, and Martinez came off the bag to make the catch in the high throw. So Jackson across the bag safely on a fielder's choice at first. Eggleston gets put out 1-6 for the second out, and now Bill Pulsifer, the Goldeyes pitching coach, will want to have a little chat and a visit here as Jackson is safe at first base for Ryan Delgado. And Delgado is homered here tonight. Goldeyes lead it in the 7th inning, 3-2. And now the mound meeting is over. They're going to leave Baldwin in. And Delgado has flown out, walked, and homered tonight. He homered to pull the RedHawks within 1. That was back in inning number 5. Right-hander throwing the bullpen for Winnipeg now is Kauhi Downing. And Baldwin will come set. And the first throw goes over to first base. And Nick Jackson, who has stolen a base tonight, his 7th. He's 7 for 7, and he's back in time. So 2 away in the frame. And another throw goes over to first, and oh boy, they just about got Jackson. He got caught flat-footed over there and scrambled back. Martinez applied a tag, but Jackson just got a hand in on the bag. And right there is Tim McCaffrey to make the call. Delgado has not seen a pitch here. There's been 2 throws over to first base. And there goes a third one. And that time, no tag from Martinez. Fargo is intent on getting to second here with 2 away. Winnipeg knows that they've thrown over 3 times. And another throw goes over to first. And even the home fans are getting a little antsy. Fargo wants to get to second with 2 away and see if they can have Delgado drive home Jackson from scoring position to tie it. The Goldeyes want to keep Jackson right where he is. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Tomorrow, Rich Hawkins, the lefty for Winnipeg, makes his 4th start against right-hander Alex Caldera. The 1-0. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Baldwin, like Ace Walker, in his 5th season with the Goldeyes. They all came here in 2007. And Brian Beuning would join them had he not left his baseball career for what the guys call in baseball a real job. This one as a police officer. The 1-1 is just outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. And a throw over to first base. And back in time is Nick Jackson. Delgado batting .255. Now with 6 homers and 20 driven in. And the 2-1 is outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, Sergio Pedroza stands on deck. And the 3-1 is in there for a strike. And I stand corrected. Walker and Baldwin came here in 08. And Brian was in his second year with the team. But had Brian played through those years, this would have been his 6th season, as it's Walker and Baldwin's 5th. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Delgado. And the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. That's hit high. Out to left field, but it won't have enough. Weber's underneath it, and he makes the catch. And that is it for Fargo in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. After 6.5, stretch time in my hometown. We invite you, wherever you are tonight, to get up with us and stretch them out. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th when we come back. Winnipeg leading 3-2 on the home of the Goldeyes, TSN 1290.
Have you been running? Running up credit card debts, running up bills, running on money you may not have, just to keep one step ahead of creditors? Sooner or later, it catches up with all of us. That's when we need someone who can help with credit counseling, credit proposals, and other options. So stop running and fix the debt you have. Elsie Taylor, trustee in bankruptcy. Your way forward. Visit us at lctaylor.net.
Teamwork wins ball games, and it's made Sabre Agencies an even stronger player in the insurance business. Recently, Sabre Agencies teamed up with Canada's largest personal property insurance company, Intact Insurance. So now, when life throws you a curveball, they'll get you back in the game faster than ever. Are you over 50 with no claims for 3 years? Then you could score big league savings on home insurance, including no deductible on your first claim. Call Sabre Agencies for details. 694-6787.
The Field of Dreams Foundation helps kids in need by supporting children's charities. I'm Tony Fletcher, president of the Field of Dreams Foundation, urging you to help out by picking up our special coupon book at Shaw Park for just $5. It's packed with $100 in savings at popular ballpark concessions and local restaurants, or you can pledge an amount per Goldeyes strikeout in the Fillmore Riley K's for Kids program. Learn more at goldeyes.com. Thanks to you, the Field of Dreams Foundation continues to make kids' dreams come true.
Bottom 7, we welcome you back. My name is Paul Edmonds, our producer-operator back in the studio. Here's Robin, is 3-2 Winnipeg. First pitch to Barbero. Swung on, and that is hammered out to center field. Back goes Jackson, turns, faces us, 3/4 of the way back, and reaches up and makes the catch with 2 hands, and there's 1 down. Barbero tried to ambush Tyler Herron there. And went after that first fastball and flies out to center. Ball is not carrying very well here tonight. A couple of extra base hits for Fargo, and Jackson's RBI double to right center. Then the home run by Delgado, but that's been about it. So 1 away on 1 pitch, and here's David Narodowski. First pitch is in there for a strike, followed by Rich Carpenter. We're in the bottom of 7. Goldeyes lead it 3-2. For Winnipeg, 3 runs, 7 hits. And the 0-1. Breaking ball down and away, 1-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Fargo. Let's have a look at the answer on trivia here in the bottom of 7. Pass along the winner's name as well. The 1-1. Swung on, that is pulled foul into the seats down the left field line. 1-2 to Narodowski. Trivia contest question brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel specializing in spacious executive suites. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Well, the question was, yesterday, Sharundel DeCaster played his last game for the Goldeyes. He left today for a job in Mexico. 2-2, swung on, fouled back. And that goes in behind home plate. 2-2 still to Narodowski, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He's bounced out corner to corner and struck out. I wanted to know who was the last Goldeyes position player of significance. The 2-2. Swung on, fisted off the handle, bounced out towards short. To his left, Penprase up with it, throws to first. And there's 2 away for Rich Carpenter, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. I I wanted to know who was the last Goldeyes position player of significance to leave the club mid-season for a job outside of affiliated baseball. Who was the last Goldeyes position player of significance to leave the club mid-season for a job outside of affiliated baseball? Well, congratulations to Michael Cameron of downtown tonight. First pitch, swung on, pulled foul. First base side, strike one on Carpenter. Michael Cameron knew the answer was Brent Matheny. Remember, he was having that great year in 2008. 0-1 is on the outside edge for a strike. Good changeup, and it's 0-2. And then got an offer in Taiwan. Went over there. It didn't work out, and he was back quickly. The 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and fouled back into the mid, and Carpenter is done here in the bottom of the seventh. We'll pick up the story, but congratulations, Michael Cameron. You're our winner. The answer was Brent Matheny back in 2008. Left for a job in Taiwan. We're through 7. Goldeyes go 1-2-3. Winnipeg in front 3-2. TSN 1290.
Sports fans, TSN 1290 and TSN1290.ca have your day planned for you. It begins with breakfast and a ride to work with a big show with Jay and Westwood.
Minus is a misleading statistic.
How the hell is that, Jay? How can you win a game if you're minus?
Then there's coffee with the herd.
I got news for you. Andrew Luck is better than 10 quarterbacks in the NFL today.
And an afternoon with Jim Rome.
When did it stop being interesting?
Then we'll take you home with Hustler and Lawless.
I think pound for pound, I think we're the best fans in the league. What do you guys think?
Well, I'll tell you what, I get the exact same feeling as you're talking about. We're competing on a major landscape against all these other places. I think it's a great story. And the fans of the Jets, you bet, they're right up there with anyone else.
Mornings, afternoons, and all day long. It's TSN 1290 and TSN1290.ca. All sports. Score! All the time.
Well, we go to the 8th inning. Sergio Pedroza, Carlo Cota, and Marcos Rodriguez. 5, 6, 7 in the order for Fargo. Goldeyes lead it 3-2. Fargo opened the scoring with a 1 in the first. Goldeyes got 3 in the fourth, and then gave up 1 on a home run by Delgado in the fifth. That's where we stand. Winnipeg in front 3-2. Zach Baldwin stays in the baseball game, and he'll face Pedroza, a left-handed batter. And then you see Kauhi Downing in the bullpen, a right-hander getting loose, and he's probably going to come in to face Cota. So this might be the last guy that Baldwin faces tonight. And Pedroza does not have an official at bat tonight. He's walked twice and been hit by a pitch. First pitch, breaking ball, is just outside, ball 1. That looked pretty good. Back to Brent Matheny. He had a great year in 2008. It was MVP type. The 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Remember, he fashioned that 27-game hitting streak to tie the franchise record. There's only 2 guys that have had 27 gamers. The 1-1 is down and away, 2-1. Luis Ortiz in 01 and Brent Matheny in 08. Brent decided, though, that the offer in Taiwan was too good, and he left. Got there, and it was not what it seemed, the 2-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. He had departed from July 14th, but was back by August the 2nd that year in 2008. The unfortunate part was somewhere between Winnipeg and Taiwan and back, the 2-2. Breaking ball. Q shot it off the end of the bat by Pedroza. Foul third base side. He had lost his offensive mojo and struggled for the balance of the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Rick Forney saying in the pregame show, quote, "We have not seen the last of Sherundle DeCaster." 2-2. Swung on, lifted out towards center field. Drifting back is Roberson, facing us, now getting settled, makes a one-handed catch. And there's one away. And here comes Rick Forney right on cue. And we're going to get a pitching change, and we're going to see Kaohe Downing coming into the baseball game. So Zach Baldwin does his job again here tonight. He'll work a full inning. And Rick Forney will bring a right-hander in to face Carlo Cota. And Baldwin should get paid off nicely as well. We're back in 70 on the call of the bullpen. Goldeyes mixing and matching here, leading by 1 in the 8th, 3-2 on TSN 1290.
For football.
One of the best trades ever in the history of the CFL, arguably, to get Doug Brown here for basically a box of tape.
For hockey.
First 4 guys in the NHL draft most years are can't miss.
Nothing but sports.
You lead the league in anonymous quotes. You also lead the league in dysfunction.
When sports is your passion.
There's an emotion in the city, and it permeates the dressing room, and the players, they all feel it.
Turn to the station that's even crazier about sports than you are.
I want to be like the Road Warriors. They had the football pads with the spikes coming out and then all the face paint and stuff.
As long as you wear tight shorts, I'm in.
I heard that about you.
Spiky shoulder pads and tight shorts.
I think you've still got the panties somewhere around here, Troy, if you want to slip into something a little more comfortable. Troy really is a sensitive guy. I want spikes and shoulder pads and like mean-looking face paint. Troy wants tights.
Well, almost as crazy. TSN 1290. All sports, all the time.
1 out of the 8th, and the Goldeyes get into the bullpen a little deeper. 4th pitcher of the night, Kaohe Downing. And the right-hander from Hawaii will come in and face Carlo Cota. And likely Marcos Rodriguez. Nobody else loosened in the Goldeyes pen. Winnipeg leads at 3-2. That's it for Zach Baldwin. 1 full inning. He was perfect. No hits, no runs, no walks. No strikeouts. Pitching change for Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. So here's Kaohe Downing. And for Kaohe, we last saw him on Monday night when the Goldeyes lost in Sioux Falls. Here's Cota, 0 for 3 tonight. And Downing, the right-hander, comes set in the first pitch. Fastball low and inside, ball 1. For Downing, he makes his 14th appearance. He's 3-1 with a 3.38 ERA. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 16 innings, 17 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. Opposition batting .274. Slider swung on and missed, 1-2. Remember, Cota is sitting at 999 career hits, looking for number 1,000. He is 0 for 3 tonight, behind in the count, 1-2. Downing will lean over to get the sign, working exclusively from the stretch. The 1-2, swung on, lined out to center field. Here comes Roberson, and he's going to make a running catch on a sinking line drive off the bat of Cota, and there's 2 away. And the batter is Marcos Rodriguez. For Downing, formerly of the San Francisco Giants system, wants to pitch, but he can play the infield as well. 25 years old, 5'11", 180. A real good guy. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. And he has a little giddy up to that fastball as well. And a pretty decent slider, as Rodriguez, a left-handed batter, swings and misses at that first pitch. He's 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. Swing and a miss and a fastball upstairs. And it's 0-2. We're down to 16 Celsius, 60 Fahrenheit. Wind is at only 4 clicks. It's barely a breath here tonight, but temperature is holding at 16. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And Rodriguez has ended the top of the 8th by striking out, and Downing comes in and throws fastballs and a slider, and he was very good here in this 8th in getting the last 2 outs after Zach Baldwin got the first one. 1, 2, 3, down go the RedHawks. We'll go to the bottom of 8 when we come back. Winnipeg leading 3-2. TSN 1290.
This Goldeyes season, Salisbury House on the Esplanade Riel is hitting it right out of the park with great new taste sensations to get you ready to roar before the game or relive the fun after the final out. With so many great choices, every visit is a new eating adventure. And remember, Sal's is the only place to go for a nip platter, the fan favorite that hits a home run every time. So before or after any Goldeyes game, stroll on over for great food and fun on the Esplanade Riel at Salisbury House, your food, your way. Summer is the season for long road trips with the family.
Are we there yet?
And if you want to make it there, it's time for you to talk to Cal. No matter if your visit is for a tire rotation, an alignment, or even a basic oil service, all your visits come with a free mechanical inspection. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the high temperatures and heavy use that summer driving brings. Talk to Cal at any one of Cal Tire's 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
You gotta roll with me.
The pros at Tradesman Mechanical Services are good people to know when life throws you a screwball that screws up your home's comfort zone. They're experts, so they can install and service all the latest York heating and air conditioning products. Tradesman Mechanical has a 24-hour service desk, so when trouble strikes, call anytime. They service all makes and models because your comfort is their business. Tradesman Mechanical Services. They can help your home run better.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball Live on TSN 1290. Brought to you in part by Avalon and the Gulf Dome.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and a new pitcher for Fargo, Kevin Fuqua, will come into the baseball game. Goldeyes lead it 3-2. That's it for Tyler Herron here tonight. Tyler Herron goes 7 innings. He gives up 7 hits, 3 runs, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts, and a wild pitch. And Bryce Kendall 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch. Breaking ball is inside ball 1. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball is inside 2-0. For Herron, I have of the 3 runs, only 2 are earned. The pitch. Fastball swung on, pulled foul, third base side. And it's 2-1. Halftime, Miami leading Oak City 59-49. In that NBA game, LeBron James has 15. The 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Ooh, boy. That was a little late and a little generous. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, what do we always say? LeBron loves levitation. 2-2. Swung on, popped up. Down the right field line, foul territory. And the first baseman is there to make a acrobatic catch. Rodriguez. And Marcos Rodriguez just about got eaten up on that one, but he makes the catch and there's 1 away. And the batter is Chris Roberson. Here comes Doug Simonuk. He's had a left-hander batting or warming to the bullpen, and he actually wants Roberson to bat right-handed. Real quick, Red Prairie leading Rockford 8-2 in the 9th. Wichita all over Sioux City 17-2 in the 5th. And Amarillo leads Kansas City 6-0 in the 9th. So that'll be it for Fuqua, and we'll see another pitcher come out of the bullpen for Fargo. We'll do that after these. Call the bullpen being made here in the bottom of the 8th. Goldeyes leading 3-2. 1 out of the 8th. TSN 1290.
What if I told you that chiropractic care is highly effective in treating the injuries sustained in car accidents, and that the costs associated with your chiropractic care and recovery are fully covered through Manitoba Public Insurance? And what if I told you all you have to do is concentrate on getting well? Would you be interested? Manitoba chiropractors are passionate about improving the lives of all Manitobans, helping injured motorists gain relief from their pain and suffering.
Manitoba Chiropractors, making life better.
Milwaukee Tools continue to revolutionize the cordless power tool industry with the introduction of M18 Fuel, an exclusive line of extreme performance cordless power tools designed, engineered, and built by Milwaukee to deliver unmatched productivity. When you use an M18 tool with the Fuel name, you know you've invested in the most advanced cordless technology available. Simply put, Fuel delivers unmatched power, runtime, and durability on the job site. Fuel, built for the industrial industry.
Bottom 8. 1 out, 3-2 Winnipeg, and Joe Harris will come into the baseball game. Kevin Fuqua done 1/3 of an inning, and he got the right-handed batter he was required to get out in Price Kendall. And now Joe Harris, a left-hander, gets his complement of 8 warm-up pitches. And for Harris, 6'3", 195 from Newark, Delaware, was in Fargo last year. He is 25. He won't be 26 until around Canadian Thanksgiving in October. And here's Chris Roberson as the RedHawks want to turn him around to the right side as a switch hitter, so they bring in the lefty. Roberson tonight is 1 for 3. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Well, for Joe Harris, his 12th appearance, no record, a 3.60 ERA. The 1-0. Outside with a fastball, 2-0. 15 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts, opposition batting 154 against him. Right-hander down in that bullpen loosening now, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Well, Roberson swinging right out of his shoes on that one. Kyle Dahman down there in the bullpen throwing, a right-hander for Fargo now. Goldeyes 3 runs, 7 hits. Fargo 2 runs, 5 hits, and the lone error. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, 2-2. Let's have a real quick look at trades and transactions brought to you by the Animal Hospital Manitoba. We are a full-service veterinary hospital that also provides behavioral and nutritional counseling. The Animal Hospital Manitoba, we treat your pet as if they were our own. 2-2 to Roberson. The pitch is outside, 3-2. Lincoln signed right-handed pitcher Brandon Hedrick today. Acquired infielder David Espinosa from Southern Maryland in the Atlantic League in exchange for futures and signed him to a contract. The payoff. Swung on, chopped out towards short, picked up going to his left by Penprase, and from behind the bag at second, the shortstop throws to first to get the Goldeyes center fielder, and there's 2 away. And here's John Weber, 2 for 3. St. Paul activated infielder John Townsend from the disabled list and placed infielder Jake Krause on the disabled list, retro to June 7th. That was it today for trades and transactions. The Goldeyes made a few, of course. Signing Gabby Martinez, playing first base tonight. He's 0 for 3 at the plate. Made a real nice play, though, over at first. Also announcing that Stephen Kahn will be here tonight. First pitch to Weber. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And it won't be available to pitch for the Goldeyes till Sunday because he's on the disabled list and can't come off till Sunday. Brian Beuning will stay with the team through this homestand, then go home. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Weber, who's 2 for 3 tonight. And they also announced that after the game, they'll make an announcement on a player that's been sold to an affiliated team. So a lot of volatility with the roster right now. 0-2 to Weber. Lefty, and the pitch is outside with a fastball, 1-2. Speaking of Martinez, he stands on deck if Weber can extend the inning. We're in the bottom of 8. 2 away. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that breaking ball. And Weber down on strikes. So Joe Harris gets the last 2 outs that he was asked to record. And we go to the 9th inning. And for Fargo, Stovall, Jennings, and Eggleston, 8, 9, and 1. They need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. We'll see what happens when we come back. Make sure you do. Last chance for Fargo when we return. 3-2 Winnipeg, TSN 1290.
Good times with good friends are a sure thing at the Upper Deck Sports Bar. Rustle up your buddies and come get closer than ever to live sports action on crystal clear, huge HD TVs that make you feel you're there. The Upper Deck delivers all-star taste sensations, a flat-out fun atmosphere, and just steps away, edge-of-your-seat gaming action, and world-class entertainment. See the games, play the games at the Upper Deck Sports Bar in McPhilp Station Casino.
We asked Winnipeggers what makes Fergie's Fish and Chips at the Forks so good.
Every order is made fresh while you wait.
Oh, if you love authentic English-style fish and chips, Fergie's is the real deal.
The fries are fresh cut from Manitoba potatoes. They're excellent.
They only use non-hydrogenated oil, a healthier choice.
It's just so good. Fergie's is fishalicious.
Fergie's Fish and Chips at the Forks.
The place for great fish and chips.
Fishalicious!
This Goldeyes season, Salisbury House on the Esplanade Riel is hitting it right out of the park with great new taste sensations to get you ready to roar before the game or relive the fun after the final out. With so many great choices, every visit is a new eating adventure. And remember, Sal's is the only place to go for a nip platter, the fan favorite that hits a home run every time. So before or after any Goldeyes game, stroll on over for great food and fun on the Esplanade Riel at Salisbury House. Your house, your food, your way.
Well, we go to the 9th inning. Ryan Stovall to lead it off. Kauhi Downing works into his 2nd inning. Stovall, Jennings, Eggleston, 3-2 Winnipeg. We're in the 9th. Fargo trying to get a run here to tie it, maybe 2 to take the lead. Righty, first pitch is inside, ball 1. While we are told that tonight's starter for the Goldeyes, Fabian Williamson, has been sold to the Atlanta Braves. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Where he will report, I don't know. But I did hear that it probably was going to be high A. The 1-1. Swung on, ground ball out toward third, and it got by Mazzola and into left field for a base hit. Rounding first, trying for second. Is it going to be Stovall, as the Goldeyes were a little late coming in with that ball in left field? And it's a hustle double here for Ryan Stovall, as the Goldeyes give up a single to lead off this 9th inning. And it ends up being a double when the ball got by Mazzola at third, and it took a while for Weber to come in to pick it up. And here's Todd Jennings. And now Dexter Carter is up and throwing in the bullpen. Now, you know Fargo is going to try to bunt here with Jennings being the number 9 batter. And he's 1 for 3 tonight, and the corners are off of the bases and on the grass. First pitch is in there for a strike. So again, I don't know where Fabian Williamson's going to go. He's going to the Braves. Good for him. He's only 23 years old. He was real good. Good fastball from the left side. Good breaking ball. Those guys are hard to come by. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 to Jennings. And they have not shown bunt here, and he won't be bunting now. So congratulations to Fabian. Goldeyes will be down another pitcher and down to 21 players. 0-2. Swung on, shot down the right field line, but foul. It is Rome of the Sally League, I'm told, which is the same place that Ian Thomas, the former Goldeye, was purchased out of the Atlantic League by the Braves this year and sent to. 0-2 to Jennings. Tying run at second base, nobody out. And the pitch. Swung on, that is hit high, out to left center field, not very deep. Weber's going to make the catch, and he is going to fire it right to the cutoff man, Narodowski, and it holds the runner, Stovall, and there's one away. So one down for Aaron Eggleston. So congratulations to Fabian Williamson, and the Goldeyes will be down to 21 players after he departs, presumably tomorrow morning, and then back up to 22 when they can pull Stephen Kahn off of the disabled list on Sunday. Here's Eggleston 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. And the first pitch. Fastball is just off the table, ball one. Grand Prairie's defeated Rockland tonight by a score of 8-3. Amarillo over Kansas City 6-1. The 1-0 is in the dirt, and it got away from Allen. Now he's going to pick it up and not throw it to third. And that'll be a wild pitch, and it gets Ryan Stovall over to third base. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Eggleston. And the Goldeyes will pull the infield in to protect home plate with a 1-run lead at 3-2 here. And only 1 out. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Eggleston is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Wichita leading 18-5 over Sioux City in the 6th inning tonight on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eggleston. And the pitch is inside, and a hesitated throwback by Allen. Wanted that call, didn't get it. 3-1 to Eggleston. Zach Penprase stands on deck. Infield in. Goldeyes leading by 1. Tying run 90 feet away for Fargo here. And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, chopper out toward first. Off the glove of Delgado, or off the glove of Martinez, and now it's picked up by Kendall, and he had to try to hustle to the bag to try to get Eggleston. He did not, and what they end up doing is holding the runner at third base anyway. So Martinez went for a backhanded pickup. It went off his glove. It spilled to Kendall. He tried to get into a foot race with Eggleston. Eggleston won it. That's going to be it for Downing in the baseball game. So I guess an infield single on that, I'd be inclined to call it an error. But anyway, here comes Dexter Carter. We're going to be back in 70 seconds. Goldeyes get back into the bullpen. Deeper again. And they're in some trouble. Runners on the corners and 1 out in a 1-run ball game here in the 9th on TSN 1290.
Sports fans, TSN 1290 and TSN1290.ca have your day planned for you. It begins with breakfast and a ride to work with a big show with Jay and Westwood.
Minus is a misleading statistic.
How the hell is that, Jay? How can you win a game if you're minus?
Then there's coffee with the herd.
I got news for you. Andrew Luck is better than 10 quarterbacks in the NFL today.
And an afternoon with Jim Rome.
When did it stop being interesting?
Then we'll take you home with Hustler and Lawless.
I think pound for pound, I think we're the best fans in the league. What do you guys think?
Well, I'll tell you what. I get the exact same feeling as you're talking about. We're competing on a major landscape against all these other places. I think it's a great story. And the fans of the Jets, you bet. They're right up there with anyone else.
Mornings, afternoons, and all day long. It's TSN 1290 and TSN1290.ca. All sports. Score! All the time.
Well, Coey Downing goes 1 full inning. And he gives up 2 hits. Like I said, I would have charged an error on Gabby Martinez there. And he's responsible for 2. No walks, strikeout, wild pitch. He gives way to Dexter Carter. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. And Carter will be the 5th pitcher of the night for Winnipeg. And he'll face Zach Penprase, who's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Stovall at third base. Eggleston is at first. Runners on the corners and 1 out. And for Dexter Carter, he locked down the game yesterday for his first save of his professional career. And he ended up getting Mark Shorey to fly out and then Trevor Lawhorn to hit into a double play. Well, the one thing here, the Goldeyes will play the infield back to try to set up 2. And if they don't get it, they'll let the tying run score. By the way, the infield is playing back. And Dexter Carter is going to try to have to somehow pitch the Goldeyes out of this to try to preserve the lead. First pitch, swung on, fouled back for strike 1. For Carter, he makes his 13th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 2.60 ERA. 1 save, 17 and a third innings, 19 hits, 5 earned runs, 8 walks, 17 strikeouts. Opposition batting .288 against him. And Carter comes set, runner on the move. The 0-1 is low and no throw to second base, but it's called a strike. So it's 0-2 to Zach Penprase. I think he called it a strike. Did home plate umpire Mike O'Leary. So stolen base for Eggleston. And I believe the count should be 0-2. And it is. So now you concentrate on getting Zach Penprase for the second out here. And the 0-2. Breaking ball. Called third strike on the outside corner. And Penprase knew it. And there's 2 away in the inning. And now you've got to walk Nick Jackson here. You have to walk Nick Jackson intentionally here. And here comes Bill Pulsifer. The Goldeyes are going to have a little chat about it. While Jackson tonight has an RBI double and a single, you already have the go-ahead run on at second base. You want to have the matchup righty-righty. Jackson's a left-handed batter, and first base is open. So whatever was said was quick, and now Pulsifer, the pitching coach, will come back off the field here. I would be very surprised if the Goldeyes didn't walk Jackson and pitch to Delgado. I know Delgado's hit a home run here tonight. And Luis Alen has not got down in the crouch. And now he will, and they're going to pitch to Nick Jackson here. So, first base open, you're going to go righty-lefty, and here's Dexter Carter. From the stretch, first pitch, fastball swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. Jackson, probably the best hitter in the last 4 years for the RedHawks and one of the best in independent baseball, at least here into the Midwest. 0-1 to Jackson. 2 on and 2 away, a 1-run ball game. Carter comes set. And the 0-1, fastball, half a swing. Did he go? The appeal? No. At third, says Steve Linton. 1-1 to Nick Jackson. Stovall at third, Eggleston at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson, an RBI double, a single, a pop-out, and a fielder's choice tonight. The 1-1, fastball swung on and fouled off the mask again of Luis Alen. And it's 1-2 to Jackson. And Luis has had 2 of those tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Fargo down to their final strike tonight in game 1 of this 4-gamer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dexter Carter throwing fastballs here. See what Allen calls now and lays down for the tall right-hander. 1-2. The pitch. Breaking ball. Called third strike on the outside corner. Fish win. Fish win. Fish win tonight. Dexter Carter comes in and gets his second save in as many games and in his professional career, and gets the Goldeyes out of the jam, and they win their 21st of the year in a very exciting series opener and home opener in terms of this 7-game homestand to begin it in downtown Winnipeg. For Fargo in the 9th, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. The final score, Winnipeg 3, Fargo 2. Totals in the postgame show are next after these on TSN 1290.
I'm Larry McIntosh from Peak of the Market. As I travel around the world promoting Manitoba vegetables, it always amazes me how much people know about Canada. They talk about our open spaces, great rivers and lakes, our friendly and very polite people. They really admire Canada and what we stand for. We may not always show our patriotic spirit, but we certainly know how lucky we are to live in this great country. I'm proud to be from Manitoba, Canada. On Canada Day, let's take some time to remember how lucky we really are. Happy birthday, Canada.
The Greenwood Inn & Suites invites you to make it your home base for an overnight stay, your next meeting, or social event. You can even make it a home run with all-day dining or Sunday brunch at Dalton's. Enjoy the first-class service and facilities the Greenwood Inn & Suites has to offer. To book your next stay, visit the website at greenwoodwinnipeg.com or call 775-9889. 775-9889. The Greenwood Inn & Suites, putting the friendly in friendly Manitoba.
Recycle everywhere.
It's a swing, and he popped it up. Has he got it?
The ball was caught, but not by a glove, Mike. Looks like it landed inside a Recycle Everywhere bin.
For business travelers who are always on the move, Premier Executive Suites is your home away from home. You can relax in your comfortable living room, grab a midnight snack in your complete kitchen, and do that last-minute load of laundry with your handy in-suite washer and dryer. Book your extended stay in Winnipeg with Premier Executive Suites. Visit premiersuites.com to make your booking today. Take more of your life with you with Premier Executive Suites.
Now, back to the pregame show with the voice of the Goldeyes, Paul Edmonds.
And it's brought to you by Winnipeg Insurance, 889-2870, WinnipegInsuranceBrokers.com. Game 33 on the schedule. I always like the fact that it's a 100-game schedule. You can always tell that after tonight you'll be 33% of the way through it. Winnipeg, 20-12 coming in with a pretty good home record of 7-2. And Fargo is 14-18, playing a little bit better of late. Let's have a look at the morning line, brought to you by Assiniboia Downs. Exciting horse racing, gaming, and dining. Open all day, every day. Go to asdowns.com for more information. Assiniboia Downs, feel the rush. Wow, the games that went on yesterday and last night. Here's what happened. Kansas City yesterday defeated El Paso 15-11. 26 runs scored in that game in Kansas City at Community America Ballpark. And Wichita got by Amarillo to extend their lead a little bit in the Central. Amarillo does stay within striking distance of Grand Prairie in the South. Wichita got by the Sox 6-2. Goldeyes beat Sioux Falls 4-1. And then last night, Rockland got by Grand Prairie 5-4 to end Grand Prairie's 10-game win streak. Fargo hung on and beat Sioux City, who were trying to rally in the top of the ninth inning last night in Fargo-Moorhead, 6-5 for the RedHawks over the Explorers. And St. Paul got by Lincoln 8-2. Laredo beat Gary 8-1. Light night tonight in the American Association. Of course, we have this game and three others, all going at 7:05 tonight. Grand Prairie at Rockland, Wichita at Sioux City, and Amarillo at Kansas City. That game, by the way, Rockland, 7:05 Eastern time, so they got underway at 6:05, and we should have a score for you pretty soon on that one. Grand Prairie and Rockland out on the East Coast. That is the interleague play between the American Association and the Can-Am League. So we'll watch the scoreboard tonight, but the other two teams in the division that make up the 4-team division with Fargo and Winnipeg, Sioux Falls and St. Paul, well, they're idle tonight. Let's have a look at the standings. For the Goldeyes, they lead the North by 3 games. They are 20-12 entering this one, game 33, but the Goldeyes, as you know, have been struggling in their last 10 below 500, 4-6.